multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zola. No applause? You're all fired.
Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch. Now that you've reached the stage in your life where quality television is important, Nubian TV is a black network that speaks to your lifestyle. Nubian TV is the world's first digital network devoted to the upscale and political lifestyles of black people. Nubian TV's programming includes politics, travel, fashion, food, automotive, arts and culture, civil rights, music, and more. Watch now on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, or watch globally at nubiantv.net. Nubian TV, it's what you want to watch. Now that you've reached the stage.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
Leggies.
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day. What we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money! Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good. Very good.
Coming in hot, Jimmy, coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Oh, good morning, America.
I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be here.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in. That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, Lara, Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. By the way, shout out to Jasmine. I'm at work and got a notification from Jasmine for a cash app for the Beyond the Gates reviews. Thank you so much, Jasmine. I really do appreciate it. I'm very humbled, kind, and just grateful. Thank you so much. So want to get that off the top of the show there. Y'all, we got a lot to discuss tonight. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 destinations for you this evening. We're going to kick it off at the top of the show with a very, very hot destination, okay? Now, I saw this yesterday, so we're going to talk about it. It's a very hot topic, and so we're going to talk about it live. So get ready for that. That should be fun. And then we're going to talk about Dave & Buster's. Apparently, Dave & Buster's is in a bit of a lawsuit against a company over words. Yeah, wait till you hear what the words are. We'll talk about that. Hooters is going through some changes, to use the words of a song. We'll get into that. Wendy Williams, as you all may or may not know, she is in the middle of trying to get out of her conservatorship, but there is an update that not everybody is happy about. We'll talk about that. Jenna Hager, she is in the middle of trying to find her co-host for the 4th hour today. I have the inside scoop for you there of how that process is going. Cardi B is expanding her territory in terms of her empire. And then Shonda Rhimes has a big announcement about one of her mini shows. We got a lot to talk about. 7 destinations for you this evening. Higher is waiting. Low is available. But either way, we are live on tour, everybody. Yes, indeed, we are. Let me take down this iconic intro here. Yes, indeedy. You see that virtual tour background. Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music. Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Welcome in. Glad to have all of you here in the building. Let's get to the getting and doing what we do. So, like I said, first destination. It's going to be hot. Okay, so just want y'all to know. This is from the New York Post. Hot wifing is a bizarre new X trend, but couples swear it's saving their marriages. Okay, listen. I just find these destinations and we just talk about them. Okay, so here we go. Couples are opening up their relationships in a new trend called hot wifing, in which sees husbands watching their wives sleep with other men. It's kind of like letting your friend test drive your car. What? First of all, listen. The best way to test drive a car is for you and your friend to have an off day, go to the dealership, and they're supportive with you. Explained one husband named Logan, according to the Daily Mail. He gets to see how well it rides, and he's got to give it back, but it creates a sense of pride. You get a little taste of what my life is like. Huh? Okay, so we're going to just skip that picture, okay? We're just going to skip that picture, okay? So, holding was the old term, and now this is the new term, hot wifing. Multiple couples partnered with the adult site Wifey so that wives can be bed professional porn stars as a part of the unconventional new practice, which the Daily Mail described as a modern take on holding. Okay, all right. It'll be really cool for him to see me with 2 hot guys just living my best life, Sienna Logan's wife. Okay, all right? Oh, my Lord Jesus. Okay, while the pair are seasoned hot wifers partaking in it for 2 years, other couples are just testing the waters. One man named Alex admitted that he never tried kinky acts until he met Rebecca, his wife. Now the couple are into hot wifing, and Alex could witness his fancy of his wife with 2 other men at once. So we're just gonna skip. Okay, just gonna skip all that right there. Some may bristle at the thought of their partner with another person going on too. Rebecca insists that the arrangement has actually brought a whole nother level of comfort and security to their relationship. There's really nothing like being able to share that experience with someone you love, knowing that it doesn't diminish what we have, she said, adding that sex and love are 2 completely different things. Wait a minute. You gotta be joking me, right? You have got to be joking me. Because this is how I feel about it. Yes, sex is an act. Love is an emotion. You can separate the two, but in the same token, the hotter the love, the hotter the sex, right? So that's my take on this. Y'all listen, I just find these destinations and I bring them to y'all. Okay, listen. It actually made it a lot stronger. It's weird to say, but I actually love him so much more because of it. Meanwhile, one man named Richard is looking forward to seeing his wife Danielle be defiled in a way that I've never seen her defiled before. And Danielle plans to wear her wedding dress for the occasion. And I just love the pristine wedding dress. Beautiful girl, my own wife just destroyed, Richard said. He explained that every hot wifing experience is a building block of love and trust, and it keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger. So we're gonna definitely strengthen our relationship. I'm gonna get some entertainment and adrenaline from the defilement, he added. Okay. Right here, Shannon Laughlin, a former Colorado sheriff's deputy, is also planning to take part of the experience. The 44-year-old who left her position in law enforcement when her side gig as an adult film star was outed, will be sleeping with another porn star while her husband records it. We hope that we were able to provide insight into the hot wife lifestyle and show that a couple can remain deeply in love and stay strong together, even when there are experiences with other partners, Laughlin said, added that the pair is just like any other couple despite their sexual fantasies. I bet you most of these people are white. Okay, just gonna say that. And I just looked up Shannon Laughlin. Yep, this is a white woman. Okay, this is, yeah, okay. So, oh my Lord Jesus, I can feel my husband's unconditional love and support. She knows this was a once in a lifetime experience for both of us, and it made our bond stronger. Now listen, we talked about the state of Black love from the dating app Black, right? And it had some stats about people being into threesomes and menage a trois and, phone intercourse and role playing, this, that, and third. But I just don't know. There are some women that are so territorial, if you just look the other way, your existence is null and void, right? So I don't know if this is happening in our community, okay? But hey, listen, if it is, listen, do what you want to do. I just thought that this was an interesting topic from the jump of the show. So there you go. So there is that for you. Let's roll on to our next destination here. My Lord, here we go, everybody. So from the Tampa Bay Times, Dave & Buster's accuses Florida restaurant chain of trademark infringement. Eat, Drink, Play has been a Dave & Buster's trademark since 1998, a lawsuit contends. So Eat, Drink, Play, Watch. So that's Dave & Buster's thing, allegedly, right? So this was published yesterday. Dave & Buster's, a national chain operating as a restaurant, sports, and sports bar rather, and Arcade has accused a South Florida-based competitor of promoting its growing business with infringing use of a long-held trademark. Arcade Time USA incorporates the phrase "eat, drink, play" into its marketing, advertising, and promotional services, categorically identical to those provided by Dave & Buster's, according to a lawsuit filed on March 13th in the United States District Court of Fort Lauderdale. Eat, drink, play has been a Dave & Buster's trademark since 1988, the lawsuit contends. The lawsuit states that Arcade Time, which operates locations in Coral Springs, Wellington, Miami, Orlando, and Jacksonville, failed to respond to 4 cease and desist letters sent by Dave & Buster's between December 2023 and June of 2024. The letters demanded that Arcade Time dropped its unauthorized use of the phrase "eat, drink, play" when from its website, in-store signage, according to the suit. So, okay, let's see what Arcade Time is looking like. Because y'all know we go where the story is, right? So this is Arcade Time USA here. Right here. Okay, here we go. All right. So play, win, eat, drink. Okay. So they got arcade games, they got retro games, they got restaurant, future of bowling. And looks like they're expanding Nashville, Tennessee, Orlando, Florida, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Charlotte, North Carolina, Columbia, South Carolina, Augusta, Georgia, North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, Montgomery, Alabama, and Atlanta, Georgia. We are expanding more states coming soon. So this is quite interesting. So let's look at their YouTube channel. So nothing as of yet. So this is their YouTube channel right here. So nothing as of yet. Now, here's how I feel about this, right? Actually, hang on, let me finish out the article, then I'll tell you what I think. To date, Dave & Buster's has received no response to its cease and desist letters, and after reasonable inquiry, has no evidence that Arcade Time has complied with the demands conveyed in the letters. The lawsuit states a 5th letter was sent with a copy of the federal court complaint on the date the complaint was filed, the lawsuit says. Managers of Arcade Time have not yet responded to the South Florida Centennial's request for comment about the lawsuit sent via email, phone, and a contact us page on the company's website. Attorneys for the company have not yet filed notices of appearance in court notices of appearance with the court according to its online docket. The complaint includes images and signs with the phrase "eat, drink, play, win" that it says are used to promote Arcade Time. On Tuesday, the same images were still posted on several pages from Arcade Time's website, which we just saw. The lawsuit states that Arcade Time USA principal place of business is at 10064 West Oakland Park Boulevard, Sunrise. An online search shows that that address is the location of a separate company, Arcade Zone Fun Park. The Florida division of corporation's website lists Jonathan Dedmer as manager and registered agent of both companies. The site, that's fine. The site shows several inactive companies previously registered by DeMar, including one called Arcade Zone Eat, Drink, Play that existed between 2021 and 2023. Dave & Buster's claims it and its predecessors have continuously owned the trademark Eat, Drink, Play since 1988, when it was used in connection with restaurant and billiard facility services. Billiard means pool, in case you guys didn't know. And since 1997, in connection with entertainment and bar services. Related trademarks also owned by Dave & Buster's include Eat, Drink, Play, Watch Sports, Eat, Drink, Play, Watch, Eat, Drink, Play Together. The lawsuit claims that the company's long use, significant advertising and promotional efforts have made the trademarks famous and distinctive and widely recognized as a source of the company's brand and services and symbols of substantial and valuable goodwill. Unless stopped, Arcade Time's unauthorized use of the trademark will continue to cause damage and irreparable harm to Dave & Buster's reputation and goodwill. I'm sorry. The suit claims the lawsuit seeks a court injunction prohibiting the further use of the trademark. All profits derived from Arcade Time wrongful acts, punitive and exemplary damages, attorney's fees, and other relief that the court deems proper. Okay. So can we talk for a minute? Let's just talk for a minute. How many times have people used the word eat? If you think of eat, you think of a restaurant. So restaurants have used the word eat before. When you think of play, right? You think of Sky Zone, you think of Urban Air, you think of Kalahari, you think of Cedar Point, you think of play. Watch, sports bars, clubs. So eat, play, watch, drink. Of course, when you think of drinks, you know, the liquor industry has been drinking for a long time. So here's the thing, right? Dave & Buster's, I think, is really silly with this lawsuit. Because these are just words. To me, I'm just giving it a buck. You have to show how much damage that this place has done. Okay, so Arcade Time USA, you have to show how they have damaged your brand, right? And of course, it looks like they are expanding into more locations across the country. Like I said, play, win, eat, drink, food, games. Like, do you not know how many YouTube channels you would have to take down and how many social media pages that you have to take down, how many other companies you have to take down that use play, win, eat, drink, any combination or just one word of it? I just don't get it. I just simply do not get it. You're doing this lawsuit because of what? And the thing that really got to me was continue to cause damage and immediate irreparable harm. Let's type in Dave & Buster's and just see what comes up in terms of news. Let's just see. Because I really am curious. Like, unless you know Arcade Time, like I said, you guys have the monopoly, right? Main Event Entertainment was, you know, your competitor. Now you own them. And look here. I mean, you got new locations opening up. You got one in Lansing Township. You have a potential one in Sugarland, Texas. You have one opening in Hawaii. So you got one at in Reno. You have one that's having major renovations. So it's like you guys can't own everything. You know, I mean, you can't own everything. Like, come on, that's too much. So what I think is probably going to happen is the judge is going to be like, okay, listen. They will probably try to get Arcade Time to just give some pieces of the valley. But also to Dave & Buster's. Know that this makes you look weak. To me, I still love Dave & Buster's. In the same token, like, it's over words, y'all. Like, there are bigger lawsuits at hand that really need to matter. So I think that this is a frivolous lawsuit. And then right here, wrongful acts. like really, wrongful acts. Is this what we're really doing? Wrongful acts? And here is Arcade Time. So this is what Arcade Time is going to look like here, okay? Now, I'm going to show y'all what a Dave & Buster's looks like and what Arcade Time is looking like, okay? So here is Dave & Buster's right here, okay? Here's Dave & Buster's right here. So this is going to be the look of Dave & Buster's. Now, this versus this, they do not look the same at all. Actually, to tell you the truth, this Dave & Buster's here, and what is this? Is that like a little playground for the kids? What is that? And I'm just asking questions. Okay, now here is Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, Play, right? So that's what it looks like there. So Dave & Buster's has different models. So they have the big one, and then they have a medium one, and then, I think it's just a big one and a medium one. Still, either way, to me, what this is sounding like, Dave & Buster's, is that you want a monopoly on the home culture. And here's the thing, the more that there are competitors, the more everybody wins. Because guess what? Sometimes Dave & Buster's can be expensive. So if I can go arcade time and still have a good time, why not? This seems like you guys are really jealous. I mean, like, eat, drink, play, watch, really? So what, you going to sue the NFL for saying, watch the Super Bowl on Sunday at 8/7 Central NBC? Really? Hey, drink a Bud Light. You going to sue Bud Light? Hey, Hasbro, we want you to play of our choice. You going to sue them for that? Hey, we want you to eat our wings at Wingstop. Really? Really? Really, Dave & Buster's, stop. Stop, because this right here, irreparable harm to Dave & Buster's reputation and goodwill, and wrongful acts, punitive damages, exemplary damages, attorney's fees, and other relief that the court deems proper. Like, come on. Just say that you guys are afraid of competition. Just say that. But these words right here have been used by everybody over the years. So please stop the bull-ish. Okay, let's roll on. I can't do it. I can't. That's just ridiculous. Speaking of restaurants, right? From NBC News, restaurant chain Hooters files for bankruptcy protection to enable founder-led buyout. Let me pull this up here. All right, so I will pull this up here in just a minute, just to show y'all how deep the well goes with Hooters, okay? All right. We got a lot to talk about with this one. Here we go. Many casual dining restaurants have struggled in recent years due to inflation, the high cost of labor and food, and declining spending by cash-strapped American consumers. Restaurant chain Hooters of America filed for bankruptcy protection in Texas on Monday, seeking to address its $376 million debt by selling all of its company-owned restaurants to a franchise group backed by the company founders. Hooters, like other casual dining restaurants, have struggled in recent years due to inflation, the high cost of labor and food, and declining spending by cash-strapped American consumers. The company currently directly owns and operates 151 locations, with another 154 restaurants operated by franchisees primarily in the United States. The privately owned company, which shares a private equity owner with the recently bankrupt TGI Fridays, intends to sell all corporate-owned locations to a buyer group comprised of 2 existing Hooters franchises, who operates 30 high-performing Hooters locations in the U.S., mainly in Florida and Illinois. Hooters did not disclose the purchase price of the transaction, which must be approved by a U.S. bankruptcy judge before it becomes final. Founded in 1983, Hooters became famous for its chicken wings and its service uniforms in orange shorts and low-cut tank tops, of course. I've never been, okay? Quite frankly, Hooters doesn't have enough meat for me. And I'm talking about the thickness, okay? Listen, twigs make temporary campfires, logs make permanent fireplaces, okay? I like to stay warm, okay? All right, let's move on. The buyer group is backed by some of Hooters' original founders, and it pledged to take Hooters back to its roots. With over 30 years of hands-on experience across the Hooters ecosystem, we have a profound understanding of our customers and what it takes to not only meet but consistently exceed their expectations, said Neil Keffler, a member of the buyer group and the current CEO of the original Hooters location in Clearwater, Florida. Hooters says it expects to complete the deal and emerge from bankruptcy in 3 to 4 months. The company has lined up about $35 million in financing from its existing lender group to complete the bankruptcy transaction. Casual dining restaurants have been hammered by rising costs in 2024. Well-known chains like TGI Fridays, Red Lobster, Buca de Beppo, and Rubio's Coastal Grill, all filed for bankruptcy last year. Restaurant prices have risen about 30% in the last 5 years, outpacing consumer prices overall, according to the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis. So here's what I think. I said this in the thumbnail. Stars. Hey, Roblox player. Hey, TKO 2890 Roblox player. Good to see you, my friend. Here's why I say stars. You and me need to talk, because we can take some of those locations and make them the pink restaurants, okay? We can hire BBWs and thickies, and let's just make a menu inspired by P-Valley. I'm saying, listen, I already got a live experience with the Hunger Games in real life with Lionsgate. Listen to me, okay? Listen, I will be the best chief marketing officer y'all have ever had. Now, of course, I'll have to be there for the auditions, of course. But anyway, but for real, I think that would be a good move for stars to do that. But what do I really think about this? For those of you who do not know, Hooters, they have their sauces, they have frozen food, but they also, in case you guys did not know this, they also have this, a casino hotel. Yes, indeed. So, yes, we know how to have fun. Hooters Casino Hotel is a refreshing change from the mega casino hotels and an awesome secret for those who are in the know. So you have the hotel here. Now this is a real restaurant here. Well, real hotel / restaurant. Hooters Casino Hotel understands what guests want and how to get the most out of a Las Vegas trip. Hooters Casino Hotel is the place for people who are looking for an authentic, down-to-earth experience and great value. We are not fancy or flashy. So we offer a be-yourself attitude with $1 blackjack tables, renovated rooms at incredible rates, name brand restaurants, a pool that you won't want to leave, and no ego ambiance reminiscent of the way Vegas used to be. We are located at the south end of the Strip, in the action but not in the crowds, and we don't charge for parking. Welcome to the smartest choice on the Strip. By the way, they also have the Hooters calendar, in case you guys did not know that either. So let's look at the rooms. So standard guest rooms, assertive mattress, TV, high-speed internet, 350 square feet, high thread, count linens, in-room suite, original artwork, hair dryer, iron board, and free parking. Then they have basically everything the same except the Las Vegas Strip view. They got pool room views. They got jacuzzi suites. So living room, jacuzzi tub. They have pull-out bed, pull-out sofa bed, king bed, 850 square feet, 1.5 baths. So those are the rooms. Unfortunately, I do not know why they want to play on top. But give me a moment. Images. All right, so here it is here. So here are the rooms here. So this is what the rooms look like here. So this is one of the renovated rooms here. Decent. Very decent there. And this is the jacuzzi room here. So those are the rooms of Hooters there. And then they do have a fitness center as well. So they have right here, they got treadmills, free weights, shoulder, chest, and leg presses, and bikes, including a hammer strength weight bench and electronic scale. So that is that there. And they have a pool, of course. So that's open daily from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. And they have a place called The Porch where you can enjoy food and drinks, play backyard games like cornhole and beer pong. So I've heard of, Hooters, the hotel. It used to be called the Oyo Hotel, but they changed it to Hooters. I think this is the only Hooters hotel in the United States, honestly. Let me go back. Here. So here is the pool. I mean, it's a decent sized pool, but like, I mean, what is that? I think that's an LED screen. I think so. You got pool over here, another pool over there. But okay, that's a better view of the pools there. That's a better view of it. I mean, you see, it's a very basic hotel, right? I mean, it's a branded opportunity. Honestly, I'm surprised they have not done. I'm surprised that they have not done a Hooters hotel of Cancun or Puerto Rico or Costa Rica. And then, of course, they have, a sundry shop and hit splurge as well, take home memory of your visit. And then they have the Hooters restaurant and saloon, which, they have a Hooters inside the restaurant. So that helps out a lot. And then, of course, they have a steak and shake as well there. They do. And by the way, it's open from 6 a.m. to midnight. So, if you're looking for something to eat there. Then they got the underground lounge. They have, which is basically like a bar. They have the porch here. So you got the games there. Looks like Connect 4 and Foosball. And then you have the Southside Eatery here. So they got Pizza Hut, Krispy Kreme donuts, Ben & Jerry's ice cream, carrot coffee. They have the casino. So they have a 30,000 square foot casino, slots, blackjack, roulette, craps, William Hill Sportsbook, and of course the Hooters Rewards Club. And then they have the entertainment, of course the underground lounge. Now, I don't know what this is. I'm about to click on the Who Ya One Pass. Okay, let's see what this is here. I'm just like, wait a minute. Is this a pass? I thought to myself, is this one pass to be able to, utilize the hoo-ha of one of the Hooters girls at the Bunny Ranch? But y'all, I'm joking, of course, okay? If you know about the Bunny Ranch, you know about the Bunny Ranch. Prostitution is legal in Vegas, but that's neither here nor there. But here's what the pass is. The Who Ya One Pass offers a variety of experiences from entertainment to food and beverage and more. A $250 value for only $49. Hooters Casino hotel guests receive an exclusive price of $20 when purchasing in advance or at check-in. So each of the pass includes one ticket to Gory Brown, Master Impressionist, one ticket to Hilarious 7 Comments in 70 Minutes, one ticket to Motown Extreme, a Hooters branded lanyard, which allows guests 2 exclusive happy hours. One Hoo-Ha pass holder receives, Hoo-Ha one pass holder receives to receive access to Sip Happens, a nightly happy hour at the porch, complimentary food and beverage from 5 to 6 p.m. And then a late happy hour porch after dark is available to pass holders on Friday and Saturday nights from 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. Includes complimentary beverages. The Who Ya One Pass also includes coupons for 1 frozen margarita available at casino bars. How big is the frozen margarita? Because if it's like this small, I don't want it. It better be that big, okay? And then buy 10 wings, get 10 wings free. Okay, that's decent. That's decent. Oh yeah, and then we talked about the pool already. Okay, so it goes to show you that Hooters has been around a long time. I don't know if this company will stay around, but we shall see on that front. Okay. All right, so that being said, listen, there's a lot going on in the world today, all right? So here's some news from Wendy Williams, or about Wendy Williams, rather, from the Jasmine brand. Wendy Williams Guardian claims she denied an MRI brain scan and newer psychological tests amid fight to end guardianship. Sabrina Morsley says the former talk show host has refused medical testing that could impact the future of her legal guardianship. In a statement to People Magazine, People.com, Morsley claimed that Williams was scheduled for an MRI, brain scan, and neuropsychological assessment March 21st, but did not participate. The court directed that the testing to be completed in March. Ms. Williams had declined to participate in the testing. Therefore, the testing was not completed. Williams, however, appeared unaware of the claim, telling people at a Free Wendy rally, "I don't know anything about that," before laughing, adding, "Bullish, I'm open to what I'm open to. I can't talk about it right now." Wendy Williams was placed under court-appointed guardianship in 2022 due to concerns about frontal temporal dementia, aphasia, and undue influence over her finances. Morsley has described Wendy as cognitively impaired and incapacitated. However, Wendy has pushed back, insisting that she is not cognitively impaired and is actively fighting to end the guardianship. So here's the thing. At first I felt away because I'm just like, okay, if you're really trying to be free, then why didn't you do it? But also, too, we know that Sabrina Morsley is not good for her, and she has not been good for her and will never be good for her. So I get it. I think that people are still rooting for Wendy, but they also want to know when this is going to end, because it just seems like a saga that's just ongoing. It's like a movie franchise, like the Fast and Furious. It just keeps going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So let's get the comments. So Junkie Dineva says here, "I'll wait to hear from her niece Alex about any medical tests. Thanks, Sabrina. We don't believe nothing you say. I find it quite funny that they have this story out the day New York and LA decide to stand up SMH right. She wants independent testing, good for her. Damn, they really got Wendy like she's a fugitive in her own life. Even if she needs guardianship, they spoiled change it from that lady. Why can't it be her niece or anyone other than that woman? Try to find every way to keep her captive. Hashtag no deal. We don't believe you. Let this lady go. Find another victim. Things have come forward about the corruption on TNG tapes coming out. I don't trust Sabrina's doctors to perform these tests. She's purposely trying to keep Wendy under control. Karma's royal. Well, that's her business. Leave her be. She don't need to be doctor to do it. She need her own doctor. Is wild how random strangers can just take over your life and can manipulate the narrative. I fully agree. So good for Wendy for standing up for herself. And Wendy, we're praying for you that hopefully everything will be A-okay. So for sure. All right, y'all. More Brand Lee's Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here and right now. From page 6. Exclusive details inside NBC search for holder copies today. Replacement and why won't be Kelly Clarkson. Let's get into it. NBC has not made any decisions on who will replace Holder Copy and become Jenna Bush Hager's permanent co-host of the 4th hour of the Today Show. NBC is not close to naming a permanent co-host, an insider tells page 6. The source explained that the broadcast company is focusing on featuring a myriad of celebrities and well-known names who have expressed interest in guest hosting alongside Bush Hager on Today with Jenna and Friends, which replaced Today with Holder and Jenna. See here. There's been a lot of interest and a lot of celebrities and well-known names reaching out for consideration to guest co-hosts, the source tease. They add that Jenna Bush Hager is having fun working alongside several A-listers, including Scarlett Johansson, Dwayne Wade, Taraji P. Henson, and Olivia Munn, among others. The source also shut down speculation that Kelly Clarkson has been quietly selected to replace Holder, despite a report from the Daily Mail. And so there is Jenna Bush Hager and Scarlett Johansson. It seemed like, from what I've been reading, they really like Scarlett Johansson because, Colin Jost is at Saturday Night Live, so that would be an easy, fit in. And, of course, a lot of people like Dwayne Wade as well. So there's some traction and some motion being created. I mean, today, if you really want to be bold and just have a fan contest where a fan could come in for a week, I think that would be cool. I mean, I think Kelly Ripa did that with Live, you know what I mean? So let's see here. A new report claimed that Since You've Been Gone singer has been contemplating leaving her eponymous NBC talk show to join Today in the hopes of spending more time with her kids. However, a second source told Page Six that the alleged information does not make any sense. If she wants to spend more time with her kids, she certainly won't get that at Today, and she's never even guest hosted Today with Jenna and friends, the industry insider told us. Reps for NBC did not immediately return Page Six request for comment. Clarkson 482 also most likely wouldn't be able to add another TV show gig to her resume since she recently signed on to do a 7th season of Kelly Clarkson's show through 2026. Kelly Clarkson is a national treasure. We couldn't wait to announce another season of the Kelly Clarkson show, fresh off the top-rated Christmas at Rockefeller Center, in which Kelly hosted Tracy Wilson, Executive Vice President of Syndication Studios and E! News at NBC Universal, told Deadline December 2024. Valerie Staub, the chairman at NBC Universal Local, told the outlet that Clarkson and her team continue to raise the bar in daytime television. All right, then. Let's see here. The show's consistent viewership, engaging content, and high production quality has made it a valuable part of our program across the NBC-owned station. Staub told the outlet, "We are pleased about its continued popularity and success." Clarkson began hosting the Emmy Award-winning talk show in 2019 and celebrated the syndicated program's 1,000th episode earlier this month. Meanwhile, Jenna Hager and her Today colleagues have been scouring for the perfect co-host to replace Copy ever since she left in January. Every day it changes, Bush Hager told U.S. Weekly in an interview published Sunday. It's also been a really good lesson of living in the present. It's like I actually have no idea what this show is going to look like. The former First Star clarified that they are booked with guest co-hosts through early summer, and we will reevaluate after that. But after that, we're like, could we have a permanent co-host? Sure. Could we keep doing this? Sure, she told the outlet. So here's the thing with a show like this, right? And I remember when Regis Philbin left Live, right? And he was in his 80s and he didn't want to do Live anymore. And Kelly Ripa thought it was, it was her fault that Regis was leaving, but it was old age. And I remember the co-host rotation, right? And, to do live television, that's not easy, right? So live TV with an audience is different than without audience, right? So for the 4th hour today, all it is you, your co-host, and the camera crew. So you have to utilize that energy of the studio to make a show happen. But with live, and by the way, they just had their last show in that hollowed studio from WABC, because WABC is who syndicates it, right? And then it's a national show. And everybody is moving to the, the Hager building in downtown Manhattan. First of all, I think it's a dumbass decision that ABC is doing. It's really stupid. Good Morning America is leaving Times Square, which is really just delayed thinking because they just celebrated 20 years in Times Square. They honored Robin Roberts outside in Times Square with a plaque. And they're celebrating their 50th birthday at GMA. That hollowed studio at WABC is where Regis Philbin cut his teeth because it was his second and only chance to come back. Tamron Hall, I loved the studio. Like I said, I remember Tamron Hall's first season where she had like Cyber Hall. And then, she had these steps that she could walk down. There was a circle in the middle where she could do interviews in the middle of the audience. She would do like this Phil Donahue, Q&A and conversation about the news of the day. It was a live show. And then at the end of the show, she would take, selfies with the audience. And then the view, of course, the view from that hollowed studio. Because at first the view set rather was from an old sitcom. And so they just rebranded it for a talk show. And so I guess ABC is trying to save money, which is crazy to me, that ABC is going through money problems. But then again, the media industry is going through money problems because people are moving to streaming. And, the linear television audience isn't as strong as it used to be, right? And so, you know, you have those two things, and then advertisers are recognized they can create their own content. So it's a lot of variables going on here. But I do think ABC breaking this up is quite stupid. It just is stupid to me. Like, now CBS Mornings is leaving Times Square, and I told y'all that was a dumbass decision a long time ago, because nobody asked Gayle King, Nate Burleson, and Tony DeCopel to go to Times Square. No one asked them to do that at all. They had nothing to contribute to Times Square. No disrespect to them. I see the commercials. You know, it's gonna be a bright, sunshiny day. And, you know, it seems like they're upticking, but, you know, it's a show that you probably watch the clips on social media than actually to the show. Like I said, I think out of all the morning shows, I always say GMA is the best because they take what they do seriously, but they don't take themselves too seriously. Today is the cornerstone of morning TV, you know, over 60 years of morning television. So, and CBS has always been that weird spot. It's always been in a weird spot for morning TV. But with, you know, doing a live audit, we're doing live with Kelly and Mark. You have a live audience, right? So when Mark and Kelly, and, you know, Kelly and Michael and Regis and Kelly and Kathy Lee and all the hosts that came before, they would walk out of a door and then say hi to the audience. But now the intro is they come from this, you know, big stage, and then they high five the audience, and then they sit down. So in front of the host, just to give you guys a behind the scenes look, the stage is here. The audience is here. So, right, the audience is right here. In front of the audience is camera 1, camera 2, camera 3. So camera 1 is on Mark, camera 3 is on Kelly, and then camera 2 is a 2-shot. That's the wide shot. Then you have Deja Vu, who was the announcer upstairs, because they added an upstairs to the studio. So you have a person with cue cards, you know, with what they're supposed to say. The thing about live TV is, you know, it's live, so you can't cut, you know, to break, right? Like a tape show. And so being able to sound conversational and also be relatable in person is a bit harder than a live show with no audience, because with a live show with no audience, hey everybody, welcome back. Always be back. But let me put this back up because I wasn't done. So like I was saying, when you are in a studio with no audience, it's a bit harder to do because all you have is your co-host, that camera crew, and the segments. That's all you have. So if the show is rocking, it's rocking. But if it's not, everybody can tell. But for live audience, you have that mechanic to keep you going. So, like I said, hopefully they'll find the right co-host for Jenna Bush Hager. And, Jenna Bush Hager will have final say-so over her co-host. And, like I said, I think the 4th hour today, it's a decent hour. I think everybody, knows that the best time was Kathy Leopolda. That, duo of drinking wine at 10 o'clock in the morning was very iconic. And Jenna Bush Hager is a very good talent. So I'm sure NBC will find the right person. I think the biggest thing that NBC has to recognize is with this version of the 4th hour, you cannot try to be who y'all used to be. Who are y'all now? Who is your audience now? And what do they relate to now? Because if you try to capture the lightning in the bottle you had back in the day, you will always falter because you will never meet that standard. So that's my take on Jenna Bush Hager and NBC. All right, y'all. More Branding This Virtual Tour Live coming up right from this space right here, right now. By the way, shout out to rollingout.com, celebrating 25 years of being a platform. Congratulations to all of you there. Cardi B launches beauty and fashion brands with Revolve. Rapper superstar ventures into beauty and fashion business. Cardi B is teaming up with Revolve Group for her own beauty and apparel brands. The partnership represents as a major milestone the rapper's expanding business empire, marking her first venture as a owner rather than collaborator. The WAP hitmaker has previously collaborated with the likes of Reebok, NYX, Professional Makeup, and Fashion Nova, but this will be her first own venture, and she has big plans. Her previous collaborations have demonstrated her powerful influence in consumer markets across both fashion and beauty sectors. People have been expecting both from me, my beauty line. People have been expecting that, like an album, she told Women Wear Daily. When something is so expected, people want to be the best or they want to be the worst, so they can be like, haha, you didn't know about ish, or itch rather. People expect the best from both fields. We have to come in strong. The anticipation for Cardi's beauty line has been building among fans and industry insiders alike. Cardi thinks it is very important that her clothing is long lasting and the sizes are true because she wants people to keep wearing the garments over and over again. This focus on quality aligns with current consumer trends, showing increased demand for durable fashion items. I can shop every single day, but there's always that one pair of jeans I love. There's that tank top I love, and I don't care how many stains are on it. I'm going to wear it because I just love it, she said. I want my brand to have that one piece you buy, that you love, that it makes sense. If it's a size small, it should be a true to size small. If it's a size large, it should be a true to size large. Her emphasis on consistent sizing addresses a common frustration among online shoppers. That is very important to me because I don't think about me now. I think about me when I was 20 years old. I'm walking in Foreham Plaza at 6 o'clock and I have a date at 9. What's going to fit me? I want something that fits me. It's great and it's good quality. I can wash it and wash it and wash it and it doesn't get washed out. The focus on durability reflects her personal experience and understanding of consumer needs. Based on her previous collaborations, 32-year-old Cardi expects her products to sell out immediately, so she thinks her second collection will be more important than the first because that will prove it has staying power. Her strategic approach shows awareness of the challenges facing celebrity brands beyond initial launch excitement. We have a couple of samples, but when we get the whole Pride range, that's when we're going to start learning our lessons. I'm the type of person, if I don't like something, I get really angry because she's an artist and she's sensitive about her ish. I feel Cardi B there. Here's the thing, when I drop, everything is going to sell out the first week or day, but that's not the good part. She said, the good part is when people come back. I want people to come back. Her focus on customer retention demonstrates business acumen beyond her musical talent. This venture with Revolve Group positions Cardi B among an elite group of celebrities who have transitioned from endorsers to owners in the beauty and fashion space. The partnership leverages both her star power and Revolve's established e-commerce platform. Revolve Group, known for its fashion apparel targeting millennial and Gen Z consumers, provides an ideal platform for Cardi's vision. The company has previously collaborated with influencers and celebrities, but this partnership represents a more substantial business arrangement. Industry insiders expect the development process for Cardi's lines has been comprehensive, with extensive product testing to ensure quality meets her standards. The beauty line will likely reflect her bold personal style while addressing practical consumer needs. The launch comes at a time when celebrity beauty and fashion brands face increased competition in the marketplace. Cardi's emphasis on quality and authenticity appears strategically positioned to build lasting brand loyalty in a crowded field. Fans are eagerly awaiting more details about product specifics, pricing, and launch dates, which are expected to be announced in the coming months. This venture represents a significant career evolution for the Grammy-winning artist as she expands her influence beyond music and into entrepreneurship. Well, first of all, congratulations for sure. I think that's a wonderful announcement there. And this is Revolve here. So as you can see, they got clothing here. They even got a wedding shop here. You know, I mean, they got office proofs. They got a little bit of everything. Here they even got lingerie and sleepwear there. They got dresses here. They got shoes. They got accessories. They got designers. All the designers here. Then they have festival outfits. So, you know, then they have, of course, everything on sale. That dress is on sale. Okay, and then they have extra large. So shout out to Revolve for being inclusive there. But they also have men's as well, guys. So to all the men out there, they have Revolve men as well, in case you did not know. And then they have beauty here. I think that this is a very good thing for Cardi B. And, you know, I know a lot of people say, like, well, damn, they used to make music, or they used to do this, or they used to do that. I think we have become too complacent with people being one-dimensional. I think we have become too complacent with people being one-dimensional. And like I said, Rihanna, she did music. Now she's got Fenty Beauty. Got Megan Thee Stallion, who a lot of people say she's a cognac queen, but she's got into tequila. And a lot of people are like, why did you get into tequila? Because tequila is one of the best-selling spirits in the world. Okay? George Clooney has Casamigos. Kevin Hart has a tequila. The Rock has Terramana. I'm trying to think who else. Snoop Dogg has Indie Doggo Gin. Ryan Reynolds had American Aviation Gin. So celebrities have been getting into the spirit world as well. So I think we have to recognize that celebrities are human beings too. If they want to expand, that means we get to experience them in more ways. Okay. All right, there. So congratulations to Cardi B there. And finally, for all of you fans of Shonda Rhimes, there's some good news for you all right here. Like I said, once again, congratulations to Rolling Out 25 for celebrating 25 years of being a platform there. Shonda Rhimes has no plans to end Grey's Anatomy, so you all can rest, okay? TV producer and creative powerhouse shares thoughts on long-running medical drama. Shonda Rhimes has literally zero plans for ending Grey's Anatomy. The iconic medical drama continues to captivate audiences worldwide, maintaining steady viewership even after numerous seasons on the air. The 55-year-old writer created the hit ABC medical drama in 2005 and stepped down as showrunner almost a decade ago. Even though she may like to make a comeback to write the series finale, she believes the current showrunner is the only one who has earned the right to bring it to a close. Wow! That is huge. For those of you who don't know how television works, I remember Survivor when it first came out. And Mark Brunette was the executive producer, Mark Brunette, who has created The Apprentice and many other shows. Big unscripted producer. And Jeff Probst was the host of the show. And so there was a point in time where Jeff Probst was going to leave the show because Jeff Probst was just feeling one-dimensional. And so Mark Brunette stepped back and allowed Jeff Probst to executive produce. So the fact that Shonda Rhimes, as big as she is, she created TGIF, Thank Guys for Thursday, with How to Get Away with Murder, and also to Scandal, as we all know, and Grey's Anatomy. The fact that she created a whole programming block that put ABC in a category of its own and has done Netflix and everything in between, for her to say that she believes the current showrunner is the only one who has earned the right to bring it to a close, that is huge. That means Shonda Rhimes believes in letting go and trusting people who have earned the right to keep doing the work, because their work has proven that they deserve the work. So congratulations to Shonda for having no control issues there. My Lord Jesus, that's a big deal. Grey's Anatomy has launched numerous acting careers and has become ABC's longest running primetime scripted series. Right here, I might want to write the series finale if that ever comes. I keep waiting for it, but no, she told Entertainment Weekly, I might want to write the series finale. I might not. It might be that by that point, Megan Martinez, who has really earned the right to end the show. So I don't know. I'm always excited to see what she comes up with. She just pitched me the finale of the season. I was so excited by it. I was so proud for it. It's such a good one. Martinez has been with the show since season 1, starring as a production assistant before rising through the ranks. Oh, that is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. By the way, production assistants, they get the coffee, they get the schedules, they coordinate with, the production team. So to go from a production assistant to now being the executive producer, it does go to show our work does pay off. We normally don't hear these stories because they are more behind the scenes than in front of the scenes, but congratulations to this one, Meg Martinez there. Let's see. I literally have 0 endings for Grey's now. I mean, literally 0. Until season 8, I still had endings. And by the way, I felt like I ended the series several times. I was like, this could be the finale. This could be it, but it wasn't. So after a while, I just started writing those things that I thought would happen at the end into the show because it was ending. The series has survived numerous cast departures, including original stars throughout its run. Shonda is also behind other US TV hits such as Scandal and Station 19. That's right, Station 19 as well. I think that was on ABC, if I'm not mistaken, but lamented that she often receives all the credit, even though she works with a team of others. Her production company, Shondaland, has created numerous successful television series and has expanded into streaming content with Netflix. I feel like I get all the credit, good and bad. I get all the credit, and there's so many people who have done so many amazing things on the shows. Nobody says, I didn't like that script by Ramallah Muhammad. She said, through her groundbreaking work, Rhimes has helped redefine representation in television, creating diverse cast and authentic storylines. Not that Ramallah Muhammad ever writes a bad script, but they're always going to say Shonda Rhimes really upped it up, and that's okay. I mean, that's sort of the price I pay for getting to do this the way we get to do it, which is without a lot of interference. In a shrinking television environment, we are still embraced for doing our shows, so that's okay with me. Rhimes' influence extends beyond television, with her advocating for diversity and inclusion in media throughout her career. Grey's Anatomy has aired many episodes since its debut, making it one of the most successful television dramas of all time. The show has tackled numerous social issues over its run, including LGBTQ+ representation, racial inequality, and mental health awareness, often pushing boundaries for network television. Ellen Pompeo, who plays the titular Meredith Grey, has reduced her role in recent seasons, but remains connected to the series. The show has successfully introduced new generations of characters, allowing the storylines to evolve while maintaining the original medical drama framework that viewers have come to love. The longevity of Grey's Anatomy stands as a testament to Rhimes' storytelling abilities and the deep connection audiences have formed with the fictional doctors at Grey's Slum Memorial Hospital. The show's continued success represents a rare achievement in modern television. ABC has shown commitment to continuing the series as viewers remain engaged with the show's characters and stories. The network recognizes the show's importance in their program lineup and its influence on television culture. With streaming platforms now featuring all seasons of the show, Grey's Anatomy continues to find new generations of fans while retaining its dedicated long-term audience. The cultural impact of the series is evident as it continues to inspire viewers and shape conversations about healthcare, relationships, and professional life. Congratulations, first of all. 20 seasons on ABC, making it ABC's longest running series. Congratulations, Shonda. I mean, what an accomplishment there. I mean, honestly, to tell you the truth, if you could have a show last 5 seasons, it's a success. But 20? Come on. I mean, really, Shonda just keeps going and going and going and going. And you know, it's interesting because Tyler Perry and Shonda Rhimes, they both are in the scripted world, but they do it in different ways. And so I've always kind of wondered, Tyler Perry's done scripted for a long time, and now he's getting into the world of unscripted. Will Shonda Rhimes eventually get into the world of unscripted? Because y'all remember Bridgerton, right? Who's to say there may not be a Bridgerton-inspired dating show from Shonda Rhimes? I'm just saying. So there it is, everybody. We did that all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 topics, 7 destinations rather, in 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 46 seconds. Not too bad of a show. So I'm gonna turn my camera now because we've done the whole show for over. And well, yes, we have. My Lord. What a show. What a show. You know, I think out of all the stories that really kind of got to me today, I think the story that really got to me was just the Dave & Buster's lawsuit. I mean, it's so dumb. You're suing a potential competitor over eat, play, drink, watch. Words that everybody has used over the years. Like, stop it. Just stop it. Y'all are doing too much. Just say that you are afraid of competition and y'all want to be the only ones on the block. Just say that. I mean, of course, you're not going to say it because you're trying to, you know, keep your face about it. But still, I think that lawsuit is going to be thrown out of court. I really, really do. When it comes to Hooters filing bankruptcy protection, like I said, I think that Stars should buy out some of those locations and just make them the Pank restaurant. And we can hire BBWs and Thickies and make it do what it do. I will gladly be the chief marketing officer of that brand. Gladly. You just got to pay me my worth because I ain't doing this for free. But hopefully everything works out with Hooters. For sure, Wendy Williams wanted to have an independent test for MRI and her neuropsychological test. I think that's a good thing. She is not taking any chances. That's pretty more so we can keep her in bondage, mentally and otherwise. So good for Wendy for exercising her independence. Jenna Hager trying to find a co-host for the 4th hour today, rather. You know. Hey, Paul Briggs, good to see you here. Shonda Dunn equal Gunsmoke run 20 seasons. Quite the accomplishment. Absolutely. And I did not know that. Thank you for that, Paul. I appreciate you, brother. And that is quite the accomplishment. I mean, to be on for 20 seasons of one show, of any show, is huge. I mean, Survivor, it's on its 48th season, and now it's about to be on its 49th season. And then, ladies and gentlemen, it will be on the very historic 50th season of Survivor. Okay, that's going to be a cultural moment in time. Now, of course, you know, you're probably thinking, well, Braylon, how big is it going to be? I mean, are they going to increase the price, my guys? CBS is not going to give away, and don't worry, I will get back to Jennifer Hager here in a minute, but since Paul brought up Shonda Rhimes, we'll go to Shonda Rhimes here. The best that they will probably do for the 50th season of Survivor is increase the prize from $1 million to $5 million, because 50, right? 50. There is no way in hell that CBS is going to say, well, you know what? This is our 50th season of Survivor. We're going to give one person $50 million. Ain't no way. Because let me tell you something. That would be breaking so many budgets. You have no idea. So there is the Dream Team that they test out all of the challenges, and that's an actual job. So for all the Survivor fans, the Dream Team is a real thing. But you have the Dream Team that you gotta pay for. Then you got the set designers, the challenge designers that designs the challenges. They build all that stuff from scratch. Then you have craft services. Then you have the lighting people. Then you have the camera people. 50 seasons on TV. Yeah, it's about to be season 50 for them, not 50 years. Okay, so let me. Yeah, Jeff supposed to be very old. If it was 50 years on TV, but no, 50 seasons of Survivor on television, which is huge, right? So, seasons are like season 1, season 2, season 3. But I think they've done Survivor in I know they've done Survivor for over a decade. But like I said, there's no way that they're going to give away $50 million to one person. Ain't no way. Because like I said, you got the lighting people, you got the camera people, you got the grips, you got the production assistants, you got the directors, you have the associate producers. And Paul, let me know if I'm wrong. And I'm asking Paul if I'm wrong because Paul works from the world of sports. So, whether you're from the sports world, the entertainment world, scripted, unscripted sports, news, the programming changes, but the roles remain the same. So Paul, please let me know if I'm off on that. But you have all of these roles. So if CBS said we're going to go all out and give away $50 million, first of all, the casting website would crash. Okay. So believe me, the casting website will crash. Everybody will be trying to contact somebody they know in the industry to get on that season. And I'm going to give a way for CBS to do it, okay? If you get 5 sponsors, right, to sponsor the 50th season of Survivor, and you get, 10 million from one sponsor, 10 million from another, 10 million from another, 10 million from another, 10 million from another, then guess what? That's $50 million. Okay. But also, too, what happens with sponsorships and partnerships, right? Sponsorships and partnerships, partnerships and sponsorships are like venture capital firms. Once they invest, they have a say-so, right? And Paul, you are, by the way, I just hate the reality seasons can be 3 or 4 in a calendar year. Yeah. I mean, Survivor, they take 2 seasons back to back from the Philippines. So that's how they're able to produce so many seasons, right? And it used to be 49 days, but now it's like 20 something days. And a lot of people are not liking that, but they believe it's a quicker format. The best way is to make an Ultra All-Stars edition. And that's what they were saying, Paul. That's what they were saying. And then, Jeff Probst said that they would, allow the fans to be flexible. Let's see here. Heck, Super Bowl commercials, $7 million for 30 seconds. You can get a whole season out of it. Absolutely. Let me bring up this clip here. SUR Survivor fan choice. So I'm going to show y'all this because, and they used to do these regularly, but they haven't done a reunion like this in a long time. But I just want to show y'all what they did. Now, I don't know if they're going to do this again, but let's roll it. Okay, here we go.
All right, our 30th season is over. Time to find out who's going to be playing in our 31st season. These are your choices. You've been voting. Tens of millions of votes cast from season 1 to season 30. We have a Survivor bus outside, ready to start the journey. Look at that. But before we do this, I just want to say the fact that all 32 of you showed up and braved a public vote on national television, knowing some of you won't make it, speaks to the motivation that it takes to play this game. And I'm sorry that all of you can't play. I really am. And it doesn't mean you won't get another shot. But here we go. Give us some music, David Vanacore. Kelly Wigglesworth. Season 1, just give us a little reminder, Joe, of what season 1 was like. Over 125 unique individuals, 125 million different people watched this moment right here when Richard Hatch beat you by 1 vote. How long have you been thinking about a second shot since then, Kelly Wigglesworth?
15 years, and you got to watch. However,
I am so happy to say, Kelly Wigglesworth, you will get a second shot. Get up on that stage. We have our first one.
So basically what ended up happening was all these people right here, they each went up. So like I said, America voted on who they wanted to get a second chance. And so then they got on the stage and then departed on that bus to Cambodia. Now, for those of you who don't know, you're probably wondering, well, Bray, what do you mean Survivor Cambodia? Survivor used to go all over the world until the environment started environmenting. I know that's not a word, but you know, the vibe is vibing. I'm going off of that verbiage. And so they settled in the Philippines to be able to shoot the seasons back to back because you're dealing with government, you're dealing with environmentalists, you're dealing with, you know, the people of the country, if they want your show or not. So that's how they've been able to do that. But I'm going to skip towards the end here. Right here. Okay, here we go.
3 people left. We have Spencer, Brad Culpepper, and Joe. Brad, you're congratulating both guys. Brad, sadly, for once, you are right. You will not get a second chance. Spence will get a second chance. Joe will get a second chance. Get up there. There they are, your second chancers, the cast you selected. And they're heading to Cambodia, where it will be hot and rainy for Survivor Cambodia second chance. And when we come back, they're going to board that bus. We'll be right back.
So then they got on the bus. Let me see if I can find Survivor Cambodia bus. Let me see here. Why can I not? So here it is here. So that was the bus that they took to get on for Survivor Cambodia. I would take a cast of winners only for season 15. Yeah, and I think that's what they're going to go with. You know what I mean? I definitely agree with you. And like I said, I do think it could be possible for them to give away $50 million, but also too, recognize that there's only one season 50. Okay. So they will never do this again. Which honestly would make a lot of people tune in. You know what I mean? So yeah, it would be a revolutionary thing for that to happen. So yeah, so I just wanted to show y'all that, just the behind the scenes of that. But But yeah. My Lord. Is this? Let me see something. Oh, here's the intro.
Survivor is the most physically demanding and emotionally taxing game on television. It strips you.
I thought I was sharing it with y'all. Sometimes StreamYard does that. Give me one moment, y'all. Give me one moment. All right, here we go.
Survivor is the most physically demanding and emotionally taxing game on television. It strips you to your core.
You're pulling yourself out of the game?
While offering the opportunity to prove what you're made of. For those who win,
Winner of Survivor Kageyama.
the reward is grand. $1 million and a high that may never be repeated. But for those who lose,
Did Wu make $1 million mistake?
the consequence is often a relentless nightmare of what ifs that never ends. Until now. I am so happy to say, Kelly Wigglesworth, you will get a second shot. Get up on that stage. This season, for the first time ever, we turn Survivor over to the fans. 20 former players who have played only once were selected by a nationwide audience vote. They're being given a second chance to finish what they started. Some headed by a nationwide.
I want you to imagine you played Survivor. What do you mean you can't see anything? You might have to refresh your screen. Oh, you know what? I know what it is. Hang on. Can you see me now? Okay. So that happens sometimes with YouTube. But anyway, you see it. So imagine you on Survivor. You're walking across. Imagine you're on Survivor. And you get a second chance. And you're walking from that studio in Studio City onto a second chance bus on your way to Cambodia. So, do I believe that they could do that again? Absolutely. Without question. I do believe they could do that again. Absolutely, without question. So yeah. So we'll see what happens with Survivor. But yes, with Shonda Rhimes, 20 seasons is a huge deal. I want winners only. Gotta give up the money to make it worth it to come back. I think if it was a winners only season and they found 5 sponsors to each put up $10 million for the grand prize to be $50 million, that will be the season of seasons. Do you hear me? So yeah. And like I said with Jenna Hager, hopefully they do find the right fit. And I do feel like because Jenna Hager is a mom and a wife, I do think it would be cool if they had somebody who was single. And it could be a man in that role. It could be a woman in that role. Just as long as they're single and they live, life outside the show. Because that's how Regis did live. He actually lived life in New York City. He would go out the night before to have something to talk about the next morning, right? So that's how the show worked, because Host Chat was fully unscripted. That first 20 minutes of the show, there was no script. It was just Kelly and Regis talking. So yes, with that. Cardi B in the world of fashion and beauty. I think that's a good thing. I mean, Cardi B is a beautiful woman, so I'm not surprised that people are wanting her to be more. I'm not surprised by that at all. So yeah, I think that will be very good for Cardi B. And then, like I said, we already talked about Shonda Rhimes. So, but yeah, that's the show. That's the show. By the way, I really do hate it that when you show clips, other people can upload clips, but yet you can't play stuff. I don't understand that at all. I don't. But yeah. Let me ask you this, Paul. If you played Survivor, right, and you heard of the situation that you offered, right? Jeff Probst, CBS, Castaway Productions, LLC, call Paul Briggs and say, hey, listen, season 50 is coming up. We're going to have an all-winner season. And one person is going to win $50 million. Would you go for it? I mean, by the time taxes are taken out, I'm just going to see for Ohio. Hang on real quick. Actually, I did this earlier today. So I'm going to do this live. Okay, you would do it. Okay. And you know what? I'm not going to say that was a dumb question me to ask because everybody is different in life. Maybe, some people are okay. But 50 million, calculate for Ohio, that's $29,798,706. Imagine if you won Survivor and you won $29 million. I mean, honestly, that would probably be not just the biggest win in Survivor, but that would be the biggest win in reality television history. And Mr. Beast, he, had a $5 million, prize, the largest prize in TV history. Yes. That's all here. See, that's all there. The federal income tax, the state tax rate, all that there. It's all there. All right there. But yeah, Mr. Beast, he had $5 million, and then he did like this coin flip thing for additional, for an additional $5 million, so a $10 million cash prize. If Survivor was to do a $50 million cash prize for all winter season, this $29,798,706 would be the biggest cash prize in TV history. It would beat Mr. Beast. Okay? And Mr. Beast has 300 million subscribers on YouTube. Whew. So, and I think that now listen, don't quote me, okay? But I do think when you win Survivor, it would be out of the state that you reside in. Now, of course, the show, they do all the, CBS is out of California, so you would think it's California, but no, the money will go to that person and where they live. So let's see for Tennessee. So if Paul went on, let's see here from Tennessee. So somebody from Tennessee was on Survivor, season 50 and won. They would win $31,547,215. I want to see what it is for my state of Arkansas. Now that's $31 million. So you get a little bit more than Ohio. So just about $2 million more dollars. In Arkansas, my home state, if you went on Survivor season 50, you win $29,347,442. So either way, whatever state you come from, you're going to win big money. Now, like I said, it is not confirmed that they are going to give away $50 million. That would be astronomically crazy. That would be astronomically crazy. That would have been like Big Brother saying, we're going to give away $20 million, which would mean you only walk away with $10 million, right? So Tennessee, Texas, Florida, and Tennessee don't have state income tax. So basically, if you lived in Texas, you would basically win the money. So if you were on Survivor, season 50, $50 million, you would, well, wait a minute. I did that for Texas. This came out to $31,547,000. Okay, then. But either way, regardless of what state you're in, you're still walking away with a lot of money. So, but hey, we'll see what happens with Survivor. I mean, if they really do that, a $50 million cash prize, that's going to be the most watched season in the history of Survivor. The most watched season ever. I mean, ever. And you heard what Jeff Probst said, right? You heard what Jeff Probst said. 125 million unique viewers watched Richard Hatch win $1 million. Imagine now with Paramount Plus, right? And imagine with the social media fan base that is Survivor. Oh my God. That digital audience, it would be game over. And if I was CBS, and I'm gonna say this on camera. So you know how when they do like the BET Awards or the MTV Awards that they simulcast it, I would simulcast the Survivor season 50 finale on every network Paramount has. It is the reality show that made it to 50 seasons and is giving away $50 million on live television. And Jeff, and to everybody there at Survivor, y'all need to go back to that big reunion, not this 30-minute reunion that could be a YouTube video. No, y'all need to have a red carpet countdown show. I will gladly be the host for it. Okay. Y'all need to have a countdown pre-show. Y'all need it to be a 3-hour show. Y'all need some stretching energy for this. It needs to be some live anticipation, because when you announce who wins Survivor season 50, and that person has won $50 million, that is going to break reality television. And there needs to be anticipation, because honestly, if you did like a 30-minute reunion, no disrespect, but with all disrespect to American Idol, it would be like what American Idol does with the whole country voting at the same time. The performance show was on Sunday. The results show was on Monday. Now they do it in the same show, and it's stupid to me. Back off camera. I just had to say that on camera. I had to. I had no other choice, ladies and gentlemen. I had no other choice in the matter. Connecticut, Massachusetts has the highest tax rates for souls. Absolutely, indeed. Well, I fully agree. Fully agree. Yeah, it's been a good show tonight. We went from hot wifing to Shonda Rhimes. If you don't know what hot wifing is, that's the other thing I forgot to talk about. Yeah, in terms of recapping the show, I forgot hot wifing. The fact that there are couples that, the husbands are allowing their wives to screw other men and still be married. God bless y'all. I don't know how y'all are doing mentally, because I feel like in that situation, somebody will get jealous. Because in relationships, it's all about control. Somebody has to feel important. Let me flip the reverse back. In order for a marriage to work, both people have to feel important. So if your priorities are somewhere else, then how can you invest in what you have? So listen, and apparently there's a website called Wifey where men can sign up for their wives to be screwed with other men. It never ceases to amaze me, the range of topics we do on this show. It never ceases to amaze me. It's just like, how do we go from hot wifing to Shonda Rhimes in one show? Somebody explain that to me. Like, it's just... I mean, my Lord Jesus. My Lord. I mean, hot wifing, lawsuits, bankruptcy, mental health, live TV, fashion and beauty, and scripted TV all in one show. Like, where they do that at, except here on Friendly's Virtual Tour Live. But yeah, so and believe me, I am just as surprised as you all are with the diversity of our show. Sometimes when I am getting your roadmap together, it really does surprise me. Like, oh, I put that there and this here. Like, we're going boom, 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 boom. Oh, I didn't see the rhythm of that. And sometimes when I'm doing the roadmap, I will be real with y'all, I feel like the roadmap is good until I start taking the mental trip with y'all live. And then I'm just like, oh my Lord, this trip is a trip for real. You know what I mean? So it's, like I said, I'm just surprised as y'all are. But I'm also glad that I'm surprised, right? Because it keeps me on my toes too. Like, I don't know what the destinations are going to be until I see the destinations. You know what I mean? So it really does keep it, spontaneous. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I don't talk to anybody about my destinations before the show. So until you see it, that's it. And then I rest before showtime just so I can breathe. And then I come on with all of you and we just go from there, because I believe that if I have a take before the show, it ruins the authenticity for me, you know, so yeah. Whew. Well, y'all, I think that is our show. I want to thank Kim Yu for being here. I want to thank TKO2890 Roblox player, and of course my man Paul Briggs. Paul, I hope you've been enjoying this side of me. Paul Briggs is a part of the Onyx Lab, which you catch weeknights at 10, 9 Central, only on Clubhouse. Been doing that for about, 4 years now. And let me tell you, Clubhouse is uncensored, child. So believe me, this is a different side here. It's more of a visual platform over here. But the diversity is just the same, if not more loose. So with that being said, let me get y'all the Daily Motivator up here, and then we will head on out right here. All right, y'all. By the way, if you are a coffee drinker, okay, let me stop sharing because apparently it's not doing it. If you are a coffee drinker, you can get free coffee today from Dunkin' Donuts. If you're a Dunkin' Rewards member, just type in the code. This is not a joke. In your at checkout in your Dunkin' app, and you can get a free small or large coffee. I'm not playing with y'all. This is very real. So yeah. All right, here we go, y'all. Nature is just enough, but men and women must comprehend and accept her suggestions. Antoinette Brown Blackwell, very well said. It is time for the Daily Motivator for Tuesday, April 1st, April Fool's Day, 2025. Be useful. Being useful is particularly useful to you. Making a difference for others can give an immense boost to your confidence and positivity. Feeling useful will make everything feel better. When you focus your awareness on what you can contribute, it blocks out self-defeating thoughts of frustration, anxiety, and resentment. Being genuinely useful brings out the best in you. Making a positive contribution gives you more of a positive perspective. Some of your most powerful desires stem from an underlying desire to know that your life matters. Being useful is a great way to satisfy that fundamental desire. What you can do right now to provide real benefit to the people around you. What can you do right now, rather, to provide a real benefit to the people around you? It's a great way to give a boost, not to their lives, but to yours. Make yourself useful is sure to make your life a more fulfilling experience. Ralph Wilson. I fully agree with this. I make myself useful every day in my life, whether it's taking time out today, like I did today, to go get free coffee, just for a little me time. Whether that is talking to my mom, my dad, my sister about some of the things that, I'm feeling mentally, whether I'm talking to friends or, somebody that I truly, deeply, affectionately, and insatiably care about, to the point where this weekend I got told something that really humbled me, that they said, and I quote, "If you asked me, I would say yes." And that is not easy to get. So with that being said, let me just give you 3 things about you being useful. First thing I'll tell you about being useful is being useful starts with you. If you don't feel useful, you will not be able to utilize your gifts for anybody, let alone yourself. Number 2, some of your most powerful desires stems from an underlying desire to know that your life matters. Sometimes you will not get a season renewal to know that your life matters. If you're waiting for other people to renew you, you will always be canceled. If you're waiting for other people to renew you, you will always be canceled. If you're waiting for other people to renew you, you will always be canceled. Renew yourself, because you know that there are more seasons of your life to come. That's the second thing I'll tell you. And then finally, ladies and gentlemen, what can you do right now to provide real benefit to the people around you? Recognize that you don't have to do the most to bless people. Giving quality, understanding what you have, and meeting people where they are is doing more than most. So, with that being said, everybody, it's time for the best outro on YouTube. Know what you do and do what you know. Never say you want more special, because you were always born a blessing and trust. You may not be where you want to be, but by the end of it, you'll be where you need to be. Do what you've been chosen to do. Excuse me. Why is one thing to call yourself? It's another thing to be chosen. One love, much love, all love. I have spent time with you. You have spent time with me. And hopefully by spending time together, we'll rise up to be great together. And always remember, whether you're doing radio, television, YouTube, living your best life, or you're just recognizing that the beginning, middle, and end of the day, that life is like Dave & Buster's and Hooters. They're both options. You can either look at what you can eat or you can experience what you can eat. But either way, you have to decide what you want for yourself. Make sure the replay is not just for if you watch it, not just for if you listen to it, but if you want to experience it again. I love you. I value you. I embrace you all. Always remember, receive love, you gotta give it, or receive love, you gotta give it, or receive love, you gotta give it. Wherever obstacles you have overcome, wherever success you have achieved upon this particular day, I'm extremely proud of you. But no one else is proud of you. Be proud of your damn self. And finally, y'all, never allow the fact that you don't have energy to not stop giving energy. When you're feeling down, when you're feeling low, when you're feeling at your worst, someone is always looking for your best. And I always say the reason why I don't give up on myself is because people haven't given up on me. Love the people that are not giving up on you. Because I promise you, when everything is said and done, the people that will motivate you the most are not the ones that talk the most about you. It's the ones that will talk the most to you. Commercial break and fireworks coming your way for the day that was, for the day that's coming, for the blessings on the way for you, me, all of us, as a society, as people, as culture. I feel love and I send it right back to you. Good night, everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.